without smoking us out. So my son, the genius, had offered to let me use this old stove that he built. My son, the genius, was one of his first welding projects. So, but it works perfectly well. But he made an elbow for it with a damper in it. I don't know if Lynn can actually see it with the camera. We don't have much light. But up in here, there's a damper in it. I've got the damper on right now. And I've just got some pipe. But as you can see, that stovepipe, the elbow was much smaller than the stovepipe. So, but that's the material he had to work with. So I just sucked the stovepipe. I just put a groove in it and collapsed it in on itself and then screwed it together. And then I've just got it running out. Now, right now it's not smoking at all. So what I'm thinking is once it gets to going, I don't have to worry about it. But if I put an elbow on that,
on the end,
and then get it up higher, it won't draft back in here at all. The stove is putting out a lot of heat right now.
It certainly is.
What we're trying to do is make someplace safe for us to gather, at least masked, in an area with our family, where we can social distance and wear masks, and we've got lots and lots of airflow.
Right.
This is purposely, that's why this is a blacksmith shop. I know, that's why I built it so that it would breathe.
Right.
But this is the kind of stuff you do. You know, do you have a friend that maybe has something extra that's hanging around that you need right now? You know, you can borrow it. I'm borrowing this because I'm not going to need it year in and year out. In fact, what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to make out of a 55-gallon drum, I'm going to make a stove that basically sits on my forge. Okay? And it'll have, if Lynn will look over here, you'll see that I've scavenged. This is the thing that would go on the top of it to put the stovepipe in. And I have a door off an old stove that I can put on it. And the idea then would be that if I wanted to watch the temperature of my forge and keep it more temperate, that I could put the top on there and heat it, you know, use the bellows and everything, and it would stay warm, and it would stay a more constant temperature. It would get hotter and everything else. But also I could use it as a heat source.
Right.
Well, I don't have the materials to build that right now.
Right.
But, so for this winter, we need to have this space that we can at least partially heat. With the stove in here, like the stove's been going for about 45 minutes now.
It's nice.
It's not nice, but it is definitely bearable. And it is, with the wind chill outside, it's probably at least probably hitting about 35 to 40 degrees.
Outside, yeah, right
and
now.
And it's damp and it's cold. And that's one of the things about wood heat. Wood heat will pull the dampness out of the air.
Right.
And so it's just going to make it a little bit more plausible for us to actually try to get together safely. Because that's what we need to be doing, people. If we're going to get together at all, it needs to be much smaller groups than we're used to. It needs to be someplace where there's plenty of airflow. If you're going to meet in your house, keep it short and keep the windows open.
Right.
Pay more heating. You know, if it's that important. But here's the thing, people. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. And most of you are going, amen, amen, even if you're only doing it in your head. Most of us get all stressed out about the holiday season. Why do we get stressed out? Because first off, it's fucking expensive. It's buying a bunch of shit for other people that they don't fucking need or want. Okay? But you're gonna do it anyway, and half of them you don't even fucking like. But you don't want to look like an asshole, so you're just gonna do it anyway. And then you're gonna force yourself to go to these fucking parties and these family gatherings that you have dreaded for the last 12 months. But now, all of a sudden, there's a pandemic, and you can't possibly do anything but what you've traditionally done.
Why?
Really, people? Why?
Why?
This year, you have the perfect excuse to do what you want to do for the holidays. Stay home. Do things with your family that you've never done before. You're home. You're a wife and a husband with 2 kids. You don't need the extended family to have a good holiday. You've got all you need for the holidays. Spend the time with each other. Here's a little clue. Buy the food you really want to eat and eat that. You don't have to eat Aunt Selma's salad, which you can't fucking stand, just because it would hurt her feelings if you didn't eat it. You don't have to eat the crap buy what you want, make the food you want, get what you want. You want to buy presents for everybody? It's a freaking pandemic. Everybody's broke. If you're going to buy presents for them, try this. Get them a bill of groceries that they can go and pick up, and it's delivered into the trunk of their car.
There you go.
Buy them things they really freaking need this year, because everybody is biting the big one when it comes to how much cash they have. Mm-hmm. So just stretch it out. What are we doing that's different this year? We're freaking having our holidays in a damn blacksmith shop where the wind blows through.
Here came...
Oh, and here goes my solar light.
The solar light just came on.
There you go.
Ta-da!
That's right, people. Glance up at that solar light. That solar light runs on a solar panel about this big that feeds it all day. It's been overcast all day. I wondered if it was going to come on. It did come on. It's about this big.
Nice and bright.
It runs all day. What did I pay for it? $14 railroad damage.
Right.
I have 3 of them. They're all amazing. So there you go. Buy something like that for the family.
Right.
Get stuff they can use. Remember that we're in a survival situation, people. In a survival situation, you always weigh risk against reward. Risk right now is you're going to catch the pandemic and die. Mm-hmm. Or you're going to take the pandemic to somebody you love who's going to die. So, how can you make gatherings be less riskful? Less people. Mm-hmm. More area. Mm-hmm. More air. Mm-hmm. Masks. Maybe you don't have to eat together this year. Or maybe you make a small amount of food. Everybody masks up to get the food. They do their hands before and after so that they're not touching the same utensils without sterilizing their hands. Just make a plan. Don't just dive in. Of course, you're probably going to see this way after the fucking holidays.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this in before. Just make it happen.
Okay, well, make it happen then. Make it so, Lynn. Damn it, Lynn!
I'm gonna make it so.
Use your brains. Use your brains. You're smart people, or you wouldn't be watching my show.
There you go.
So I know you're smart people. Use your brains. We're waiting for a vaccine. Now is not the time to get lax about what you're doing and how you're doing it. Now, I know not everybody can fix a place where they can gather with their family. I know that. I mean, I guess that's what I was thankful for at Thanksgiving. Okay? But if you can, if it's going to be a nice day, go outside. Do you have a carport? If you have a carport, throw up a couple of tarps to break the wind. Not that kind of breaking wind. But put up a couple of tarps to break the wind. Don't stay with each other forever. See each other, talk to each other, wear your masks, social distance, make it as safe as possible so that next year you can go back to having the shitty holiday traditions with your fucking extended family that drive you fucking batshit crazy. Your stupid ass nephew and your dumb ass aunt and your crazy ass grandmother.
And the green Jello salad.
And the green Jello salad and all of the stupid shit. You can do that again. This year, pretend like it's a hardship. Say to your family, oh, I wish we could all be together. And simply tell the kids, we're going to have the best holiday season ever.
Yes.
Just make it different. Take pictures. We didn't, you know what my biggest problem with Thanksgiving? We were so in the moment and so completely present. What was it? It was like 4 of them and 3 of us. So the 7 of us were so completely present and having such a good time and being safe and feeling like we were safe. We didn't get a single solitary fucking picture.
Not one.
Wouldn't it have been nice for the kids to look back, you know, oh yeah, this is the Thanksgiving when we were in the blacksmith shop because of COVID-19. See, everybody's got a mask on when we're close, and yeah. We had a bonfire. Hell, we might have a bonfire every Thanksgiving from now on.
It was wonderful.
Okay? Make some different memories with your family. Doesn't have to be, we don't have to be going into the darkest time in American history. We can quit listening to the asshat in the White House as he continues to spread lies and hate and venom. And we can just survive. Just survive. But enjoy it. Find a way to make it enjoyable, especially if you've got kids. Because kids are easy to please. Well, unless you spoiled the fuck out of them, in which case it's your fault. They're assholes. It's your fault. Your kids are assholes. I'm just going to say it. So, from all of us at Castle Farm and Yard Dog Press and How I Spent the Apocalypse, have a happy, safe holiday season. And I'm out.